Vox Mundo, English Story Time. Especially slow and clear English for beginners. Original story. Learn English through stories the legend of King Arthur. Hello, and welcome to another video from Vox Mundo. Today we will listen to a story in English. The story will be told slowly and clearly, so you can understand and learn new words and sentences. This is a great way to improve your listening skills and enjoy the beauty of the English language. Are you ready? Let's begin. Once upon a time, in misty ancient Britain, a boy pulled a sword from a stone and became a king. That boy was Arthur, and his story is legendary. Welcome to Vox Mundo's special episode Learn English through stories the legend of King Arthur. In just over 20 minutes, you'll hear this epic tale, practice listening, learn key vocabulary, and speak with us. Ready to discover how a magical sword, a round table, and knights of chivalry can boost your English? Let's begin where legends come alive and language learning feels like an adventure. Who is King Arthur? King Arthur is one of the most famous legendary kings in English literature. His story combines chivalry, magic, and adventure. Chivalry means courtesy, honor, and brave knights who protect the weak. Magic appears through Merlin, the wise wizard guiding Arthur's fate. Adventure unfolds in battles, quests, and the search for the Holy Grail. Today, we'll explore how these legendary elements help you learn English in context. Vocabulary from Camelot. First, let's learn key vocabulary related to King Arthur's world. Legendary means famous for a long time, almost like a myth. Chivalry refers to a code of conduct. Knights who are polite, brave, and honorable. Knight is a warrior who serves a king or queen, often in heavy armor. Throne. Throne is the special chair where a king or queen sits. Try repeating. A knight protects the innocent and sits next to the king at the throne. Setting the scene, Camelot. Imagine a grand castle on a hill surrounded by mist and forests. That castle is Camelot, the heart of Arthur's realm. There the famous round table stands where all knights are equal. Round table shows that no one sits higher or lower, everyone's voice is heard. Camelot symbolizes equality, justice, and grand banquets. Repeat, knights of the round table gather in Camelot to seek justice. 7 shining towers reach into a misty sky above a green hill. A grand castle with a large round table visible through open doors. Merlin, the wise wizard. Inside Camelot lives Merlin, a powerful wizard with a long white beard. He guides young Arthur and teaches him about wisdom and magic. Wizard. Wizard is a person with magical powers, often wearing robes and carrying a staff. Try repeating, Merlin the wizard watches over King Arthur with his magic staff. Merlin's magic shapes Arthur's destiny from pulling the sword to defending Camelot. Without Merlin's guidance, Arthur might never become the rightful king. A wise old wizard in blue robes stands among ancient trees, moonlight casting a glow on his staff. He looks kindly at a young boy listening to his words. The sword in the stone. Now, one of the most magical moments. The sword in the stone. A sword magically appears, stuck deep in a heavy anvil on a large stone. Only the true king can pull it out, according to Merlin's prophecy. When Arthur, still a boy, steps forward and exerts all his strength, the sword slides free. In that moment, he proves he is the rightful ruler of all Britain. His destiny is sealed when Excalibur gleams in his hand. A humble boy with shaggy hair grabs a gleaming sword from a stone. Light radiates from the blade, illuminating awe on nearby watchers' faces. Vocabulary: sword, anvil, prophecy. Sword. Sword is a long, sharp weapon used by knights. Anvil. Anvil is a heavy iron block for working metal. Prophecy. Prophecy is a prediction about the future, often from a wise person. Repeat. Merlin made a prophecy that only the true king could pull Excalibur from the anvil. These words help you describe Arthur's miraculous rise. Use them in your own sentence now. The prophecy told of a sword and an anvil. Arthur crowned king. The moment Arthur lifts Excalibur, the crowd gasps in astonishment. Behold, the true king, someone shouts. Arrows fire into the sky in celebration. Arthur kneels before Merlin, who places a golden crown on his head. He is now King Arthur, ruler of all Britain, protector of the weak, and beacon of hope. The legend has truly begun. A teenage boy kneels on a grassy knoll as a majestic wizard places a shining crown upon his head. Rays of light shine from the sky as cheering knights raise banners. The Round Table is built. After his coronation, Arthur builds a great hall and places a round table at its center. The round table symbolizes Equalitino's seat is head of the table. All knights dine and advise the king from chairs set in a perfect circle. Equality. Equality means everyone has the same rank and no one is above another. Repeat, Knights of the Round Table ride fiercely to protect the weak. Inside Camelot's grand hall, the Round Table becomes a symbol of justice and honor. A circular wooden table gleaming under torchlight, with knights in shining armor seated all around, their helmets and swords leaning against the walls. Meet Sir Lancelot and Sir Gawain. Among Arthur's greatest knights are Sir Lancelot and Sir Gawain. Lancelot is the bravest warrior, loyal and fearless in battle. Gawain is Arthur's nephew, strong, honorable, and ever faithful. Both swear unbreakable oaths to the Round Table and Camelot's ideals. Loyal. Loyal means staying true to your friends and duties. Repeat, Sir Lancelot fought bravely to defend the Round Table's honor. A fearless knight in shining silver armor charges on horseback, sword raised high, with enemies falling behind him under a stormy sky. The quest for the Holy Grail. One of the greatest Arthurian quests is the search for the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a sacred cup said to hold miraculous powers. Many knights, including Lancelot and Gawain, set out to find this mysterious relic. Along the way, they face dragons, giants, and dark forests filled with enchantment. Relic means an object from ancient times that is important or sacred. Repeat, knights search the forests for the Holy Grail, believing its magic would save Camelot. A glowing chalice floats above an altar in a dim chapel, light streaming through stained glass, knights kneeling in awe. Vocabulary: chalice, enchantment, quest. Chalice. Chalice is a special cup used in religious ceremonies. Enchantment. Enchantment means magical spells or the state of being under a spell. Quest. Quest is a long and difficult journey with a noble goal. Repeat, Sir Gawain accepted the quest to find the enchanted chalice. Now you know how to talk about Arthur's quest vocabulary. Use these words in your own sentences to practice. My quest is to learn English through stories. Betrayal and tragedy. Camelot's shining glory dims when betrayal enters the court. King Arthur's queen, Guinevere, and his best knight, Lancelot, fall in love. Their affair betrays Arthur's trust and shakes Camelot's foundations. Betrayal means breaking someone's trust by dishonest actions. Guinevere and Lancelot's secret brings shame and conflict to the kingdom. Emotional tension grows as Arthur must decide between forgiveness and justice. Vocabulary: affair, conflict, forgiveness. Affair. Affair is a romantic relationship outside marriage, often secret. Conflict. Conflict means a serious disagreement or fight. Forgiveness. Forgiveness means letting go of anger and pardoning someone's mistake. Repeat. Arthur struggled with conflict, but offered forgiveness to Guinevere. Feel the weight of these words as the story turns dark. They help you describe complex emotions in English. The fall of Camelot approaches. As Camelot's unity fractures, enemies gather at its borders. Mordred, Arthur's nephew, schemes to overthrow his uncle. Tensions rise as Mordred plots in secret and war drums echo in distant lands. Scheme means a secret plan to achieve a goal, often dishonest. The knights prepare for battle, but their hearts are heavy with doubt. Repeat. Mordred's scheme threatened to destroy everything Arthur built. Vocabulary: overthrow, war drums, unity. Overthrow. Overthrow means to remove a leader from power by force. War drums. War drums symbolize the coming of battle and conflict. Unity. Unity means people working together as one. Repeat. Arthur fought to keep unity in Camelot despite Mordred's threat. These words mirror the tension before the final battle. Practice them to describe conflict and crisis in English. The final battle, Mount Badon. The climactic battle takes place at Mount Badon under a stormy sky. Swords clash, armor rattles, and thunder echoes overhead. King Arthur and Mordred meet on the field for a fateful duel. Clash means to fight loudly and violently. As they fight, Camelot's future hangs in the balance. Repeat. Arthur and Mordred clashed at Mount Badon amid thunder and blood. Vocabulary: duel, thunder, balance. Duel. Duel is a one-on-one fight between two people, often with swords. Thunder. Thunder is the loud noise after lightning. Balance. Balance means stability or equilibrium. Repeat. In the duel at Mount Badon, thunder roared as their swords struck. Embrace these words to describe dramatic scenes in English. Now you can vividly tell the final battle story. Arthur's fall and legacy. At the battle's climax, Mordred lands a fatal blow on Arthur. Arthur, mortally wounded, returns to Camelot on a barge of knights. With his dying breath, he asks for Excalibur to be returned to the Lady of the Lake. Mortally means causing death. Repeat. Arthur, mortally wounded, was taken to the Lady of the Lake on a royal barge. Vocabulary: mortal, barge, climax. Mortal. Mortal means able to die, causing death. Barge. Barge is a flat boat used to carry people or goods. Climax. Climax is the highest point of tension in a story. Use these words to talk about tragic endings. Practice. The climax came when Arthur fell in battle, mortally wounded. Now, let's see how Arthur's legend continues beyond his death. His legacy inspires hope and courage in every generation. Arthur's departure. They lower Arthur into a crystal coffin and carry him down a misty river. In legend, he's taken to the mystical Isle of Avalon to heal and await Britain's need. The people of Camelot mourn, believing their king may return one day. Mourning means showing deep sorrow for someone who has died. Repeat. King Arthur was mourned as he sailed to the mystical Isle of Avalon. Vocabulary: sorrow, mystical, coffin. Sorrow. Sorrow is deep sadness. Mystical. Mystical refers to something magical and mysterious. Coffin. Coffin is a box in which a body is buried. These words describe grief and mystery. Practice. They laid Arthur in a golden coffin amid great sorrow. Now, Camelot is left without its beloved king. But his legend will never fade. The enduring impact of Arthur's legend. Over centuries, the legend of King Arthur has influenced countless stories, poems, and songs. In modern media, we see Arthur's world in movies, TV shows, and video games. His tale teaches us values like honor, loyalty, and the power of hope. Vocabulary: honor, loyalty, inspire. Honor. Honor is a sense of what is right, integrity. Loyalty. Loyalty means faithful support. Inspire. Inspire means to fill someone with the urge to do something great. These words help you describe lasting influence. Now, reflect. What legendary figure inspires you? Use inspire in your comment. Inspires me to learn English. King Arthur's honor and loyalty inspire knights to this day. Feel free to share. The legend lives on through language and now through you. Learning English through storytelling. Why learn English through stories? Because stories stick in your mind. When you hear vocabulary in context, you remember it more easily. Repetition helps to so we repeated key words throughout this tale. True or false, you learn vocabulary fastest by repeating story sentences. Repeat after me. I will use stories to build my English vocabulary. Stories bring emotion, which connects you to the language. Bonus vocabulary section. Here are a few more advanced words from today's story. Valor. Valor means great courage in the face of danger. Betrayal. Betrayal, we already learned, but it's worth remembering. Redemption. Redemption means saving yourself after a mistake. Repeat. Sir Lancelot sought redemption after his betrayal. These words deepen your understanding of epic tales. Quick quiz. Test your memory. Let's test what you remember. Question 1. Who pulled Excalibur from the stone? Sir Lancelot. B. King Arthur. C. Merlin. Pause and answer in the comments. Question 2. What is the round table a symbol of? Strength. B. Equality. C. Wealth. Question 3. Who is Merlin? A knight. B. A wizard. C. A peasant. Question 4. Where does Arthur go after his fall? Camelot. B. Avalon. C. Mount Badon. Notice how you use wizard, Avalon, and Camelot. Comment your answers to see if you're learning. Role play practice. Now we will practice speaking through a short role play. Pretend you are Sir Lancelot returning from a quest. I will be King Arthur asking you questions. Arthur, Sir Lancelot, did you find the Holy Grail? Pause the video and answer as Lancelot. Yes, my king. I found it in the enchanted chapel. Practice with your own voice. Your Majesty, I bring the Holy Grail for Camelot. Shadowing practice part 1. Now, let's do shadowing, where you repeat after me exactly as you hear. Speaker A. Once upon a time, a boy pulled a sword from a stone. Pause to let viewer repeat. Speaker B. He was destined to become King of Britain. Pause to let viewer repeat. Keep going. His kingdom was Camelot, where knights sat at the round table. Shadowing practice part 2. Speaker A. Merlin the wizard guided him through every challenge. Pause to let viewer repeat. Speaker B. Under his rule, Camelot flourished and justice reigned. Pause to let viewer repeat. Continue, but betrayal and tragedy loomed, threatening all they built. Pause to let viewer repeat. Deeper cultural insights. The legend of King Arthur shaped English culture for centuries. Poets like Tennyson wrote long epics about these tales. Even in the 20th century, movies like Excalibur brought Camelot to life. We still see Arthur's themes in modern stories of heroes and quests. Epic refers to a long, grand story, often about heroes. Use epic to describe large-scale adventures in English. Connecting past and present. Why does Arthur's legend matter today? Because the values he represents, honor, courage, unity, are timeless. We see those values in sports teams, movies, and even political speeches. Saying be a knight today can mean be honorable and brave. Let's reflect. How can you show honor in your life? Share your answer in English in the comments. Practical tips for learners. Here are some tips to use stories for learning English. Read short storybooks at your level, then summarize in your own words. Watch movies or animations with English subtitles and note new vocabulary. Use a dictionary to check words you don't know and write simple sentences. Practice speaking with a partner role-playing scenes from the story. Record yourself telling the story, then listen and correct your pronunciation. Encouragement and connection. Learning a language is a journey, not a race. Each new word is a step closer to confidence. Every time you speak, you grow stronger. Remember, the best way to learn is to practice consistently. If you feel stuck, come back to this video and watch again. We're all learning together. Join the Voxmundo community. Real-life examples. Let's see how modern writers use Arthurian themes. For example, J.K. Rowling borrowed the idea of a magical school from Wizardly Tales. Even in movies like A Knight's Tale, Arthur's ideals shine through. When you hear quest, think of Harry Potter searching for truth. Speaking English with these parallels makes vocabulary more memorable. Repeat. Harry Potter's quest mirrors the knight's quest for the Grail. Myth versus history. Was King Arthur real or just a myth? Historians debate this. Some say he was a real Celtic leader, others say pure legend. The truth may lie in between, a real hero whose story became grand over time. Debate means discussing different opinions. Imagine people in medieval times sharing oral tales of Arthur's deeds. Repeat. Some say Arthur was real, others say he was only a myth. The Lady of the Lake. Who returned Excalibur to the Lady of the Lake? In legends, when Arthur was dying, a hand rose from a misty lake to claim the sword. The Lady of the Lake remains a mysterious, magical figure. Repeat. Arthur laid Excalibur on the water, and a hand rose to take it. Use mystery to describe things we cannot explain. Vocabulary mist mystery claim. Mist is a thin fog over water or land. Mystery is something unknown or unexplained. Claim means to say something is yours or you have the right to it. Now you can describe the Lady of the Lake scene. Practice. A mysterious hand claimed Excalibur from the misty lake. Feel the wonder as you speak these words. The story continues in every night and quest today. By imagining these 7 scenes, you connect with the language emotionally. As you speak, picture yourself in Camelot's rolling hills and grand halls. Learning through story is about more than words, it's about feelings and experiences. Every time you hear Camelot, let your imagination paint these scenes. Block 48, paragraph 5. Share in the comments which moment moved you most. Your voice brings this legend to life for everyone. Now, let's do a quick speaking exercise. Describe moment 1, the Castle of Camelot, in your own words. Use words like castle, misty tower, and warm glow. Pause, speak for 30 seconds, then continue the video. Next, describe moment 2, Merlin in the forest. Use wizard, forest, moonlight, and gentle magic. Vocabulary review. Let's review all key vocabulary once more. Legendary chivalry, knight throne. Round table, equal wizard prophecy. Quest relic, betrayal, redemption. Mortal coffin, cliff, misty sorrow, inspire. Keep practicing these words until they feel natural. Real life application. Next time you hear hero or quest, think of Arthur's knights. Use quest to describe studying for a test or learning a new skill. Say, my quest is to speak English fluently. You become a modern knight when you learn with courage and honor. Share your quest in English below. Every comment helps build our English legend together. We've journeyed from Camelot's mist to the final battle at Mount Badon. We've met Merlin, Arthur, Lancelot, and Guinevere. We learned over 30 new vocabulary words in context. We practiced speaking through role play and shadowing. And we saw 7 key moments that come alive in your imagination. That, dear learners, is how King Arthur's legend helps you learn English. If you felt inspired today, hit like and subscribe to Vox Mundo. Tap the bell icon so you never miss our next story adventure. Share this video with friends who want to learn English in a fun, magical way. Let's build a community where stories drive our language learning. What story should we explore next? Tell us in the comments. Your journey has only just begun. Stay curious. Thank you for joining Voxmundo in King Arthur's world. Keep listening, speaking, and growing in English every day. Remember, a hero's quest starts with a single step and a single word. See you in the next video where another timeless tale awaits. Until then, stay hungry for stories, hungry for English, and never stop questing. Goodbye from Voxmundo, where learning English becomes an epic adventure.